Hey folks, Deano here, and welcome to my review of the original Figuarts trunks. Yep, this is the original genuine article. I figured since probably within the next week or so I'll end up having the premium colour edition one, as well as Vegeta. He is coming, don't worry about it. But yeah, I thought it would be best to review this guy and get him out of the way in the meantime. While we're at it, if you guys would like me to compare the original to the premium versions of both figures, let me know and I'll do a quick comparison video of it. I'll probably end up doing it anyway, but it's nice to know if you guys actually want to see it or not. So yeah, on with the review. And what better way to start than to show off the box, as always. Yeah, standard Figuarts packaging. It's a few years old now. You can see if it will focus. Come on, focus. For goodness sake, where's the focusing? There we go, thank you very much. It's really not even focusing that well on it. Yeah, Bandai 2012. For some reason, oh, I just hit the camera. This bit is a sticker. These are the older ones where they just shove the sticker on top of the Japanese versions. Nations, Bandai, warning, choking hazard, do not give to children, they will die. The blurb, which was kind of a new blurb at the time, so we'll let them off at this time. A strange white sticker. I'm not really sure what this one is. Maybe I got this from a different place, I can't actually remember. I seem to remember getting this from America, but there's no Bluefin logo. And there's an old school Bandai sort of foil logo. Anyway, what are you going to do about it? You've got the nice picture on the side. You've got Burning Attack on the top. Trunks at the side, looking nice and blurry because the autofocus doesn't seem to be working for some reason today. And such memorable phrases as Ha, Ayag, Hing, whatever the hell that is. Oh, there's a hint. Is that Korean? How the hell did I end up with a Korean figure? Okay, never mind. I'm now confusing myself. But yeah, standard box as per usual. And taking a look at Trunks himself, or more notably his accessories, of which this version came with a ton. Possibly the most of any Dragon Ball Figuarts to date. Give me a moment and I will get them for you. Right, so first up is his sword. And I knocked the camera again. Sorry. Yeah, nice representation of his sword. Unfortunately, the one I've got has a little bit of chipped paintwork on the handle. It actually came like that out of the box if I remember correctly. And if the autofocus will actually work for once in its life. Can you tell I'm not quite ready to use the other camera yet? Nice sharp point to it. The silver is quite nicely done. He also has this piece, which you can pretend it's a snapped one, but again, a bit of chipping there. Yeah. Yeah, this piece, Tamashii didn't want them chipping paint, ironically, when you put it into the scabbard, so they gave you two pieces. He comes with an extra head, his Super Saiyan one, which is nicely done. There's orange lowlights going into white highlights. The old style of hair design, basically, which I am fine with. He has his normal head as well, which is quite nicely done. A visible moulding mark there, but we'll let them away with it. But yeah, in terms of hands, he comes with tons, as I said. He comes with blasty hands, as is always the case with Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. He comes with a pair of karate hands. Again, nicely done, some nice shading in them. A pair of relaxed hands. I think this pair of hands is missing from the Premium Colour Edition. It's one of the ones they took out. A pair of grippy hands for the sword. There was also a set, well, not really a set, one extra hand which is kind of edged. Is that what you call it? I'm not really sure. To show the sword being more of an angle. That thumbs up hand also was with that one, which I think is another two that they got rid of. Which again, that's a shame. You've got the Vegeta-esque Ki Blast / Big Bang Attack hands. And you get a pair of fists, one of which is on him in the packaging. But yeah, as far as I know, those two sets are the ones that we aren't getting in the new one. If it ends up being more, then I will definitely say in that review. But in terms of faces, the one that's on him isn't coming in the premium one. You'll notice the pupils on this one are black. I customised that because Tamashii forgot on the first issue. You also have, wherever they may be, you have these two. I'm trying to be a bit quicker because it's going to be another long video if I don't. Come on guys, focus for me. There's plenty of light. Fine, I'll do it one at a time. Why on earth is this autofocus dying on me today? Right, focus on Trunks. Now focus on me. Focus on me. There, that'll have to do. You get the yelling face. You get the angry face. And you get the stern face. All of which are also present in Super Saiyan, including the one that's on his alternate head. In terms of swapping them out, on the normal head, you pop that off. In fact, probably easier if we just pop the head off entirely. And there we go. They are edged so that you have to make sure it's the normal or the Super Saiyan. There we go. I won't be putting that one back on anyway. In terms of the Super Saiyan head, you pull it up the way, and you'll see this one is a different key. Let's see if we can actually find, there it is, the smiling face on the Super Saiyan. Unfortunately, the smiling faces on both heads will not be in the premium one, and I think the only two that you get in the normal head are these two. So you will actually be missing the screaming head on the normal faces smiling face on both, which is a shame. It really is. Those were some of the better faces, I'll be honest. But they had to cut costs somewhere, I suppose, to get these guys back out again. So yeah, just pops back on. Really easy. Swapping the hands. And I've just knocked the box over. Get the box out of here. Can you tell it's quite late today? Yeah, let's show that off first of all. Which, assuming the Mayfex Vader review goes out first, you'll see it's kind of similar to that one, the smaller peg. You pop that straight back on. They go on quite easy. And you stretch the sword into the hand. Now, in terms of detail and articulation, this guy is a bit hindered, I'm afraid. He's not standing out for me. Here we go. Why am I standing him up anyway? Let's get to this. The sword is just a peg that goes into that, so you can take that off if you wish. His head doesn't have a lower neck joint, but it does get a decent amount of range down, not so much up. It's quite hindered up. It moves side to side, stopped by the jacket. He has an upper and lower diaphragm joint. This was one of the first Dragon Ball figures to not have the pop-up waist. Instead you've got the newer style, which gets some decent range down, some decent range up. In terms of the arms, they don't have a proper bicep swivel. It swivels away up at the joint. So yeah, you don't really get over much. That's about as much as you can get, and that's forcing it. Which in turn means you can't really get him to hold the sword with two hands. That was a disappointment when we first got him. I'll be honest. Capsule Corp logo quickly there. It's a little bit smudged actually on mine, which is annoying. Yeah, so as I said, that's actually just a ball joint. I can pop it right out of its socket right now and show you. They cheaped out a little bit on this guy's articulation so that they could get us more stuff at the time, I suppose. There we go, pop straight back in. Double jointed elbows, which get really good range actually. The hands get the same range as always with this engine swivel. Pull down legs, which can only really get that far, to be honest with you. They can't really get that much. Double jointed knees, which get really good range. That's because they're sort of cut out at the back. This is a separate piece. Don't ask me why. It hasn't been glued. You might lose that, guys. Be careful with it. And in terms of feet, you've got a ball joint with an ankle rocker and a toe joint that literally does nothing because this piece overlaps. But yeah. Let's get him into a quick pose before we finish up, shall we? And I have just noticed in moving the camera I have shown off the background. Silly me. There we go, that'll do. Right guys, so, come on. It's because I'm not using the full tripod today. A different place than usual. But yeah guys, would I recommend this guy over the original? If you prefer the colour scheme and like the extra accessories, a lot of people really gravitated towards this thumbs up. But unfortunately, the lack of accessories on the new one, different paint scheme, it's really up to yourselves, guys. Obviously, you can get that bootleg that I showed off, but it's a bit crappy as well. But yeah. So yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later.